Frack on. Welcome to another episode of Frack the Canon. I'm joined by the cool motherfuckers around. What's up, Tyler? How you doing?
Doing good. Happy to be here, sir.
Thank you for joining me. So we're going to react to the Echo trailer that dropped a few days ago. You ready?
Yep.
I'm going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Maya. I see everything that you are. I always have. Don't be afraid. You have so much pain in you. So much rage. That you can't contain it. You and I are the same. So, who's the monster?
Wow. Okay.
Your thoughts, good sir. Let's start with you.
Very surprised. It's a TVMA. That's a pleasant surprise because I was worried Disney just didn't have the gumption to pull off a TVMA because of what
That's a nice
happened.
way of putting it. Gumption. I like that. I like that word. I haven't used it. I don't know what, but that's a good way to put it. Well put.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something TV appropriate. Um, but but yeah, because Daredevil getting like scrapped and they fired the writers and they want to start the whole process over. Um, so maybe Disney has figured out we gotta not forget about our loyal fan base and stop trying to build new audience that doesn't exist.
I think
And
I thought
yeah.
let's look at this. We'll talk about that later. Let's just stick to the trailer here.
Yeah, there's a trailer here. Yeah, so I'm happy that they went back to Kingpin that we knew from Daredevil, a brutal murderer who just indiscriminately kills. That's my pull from it, and that's why I said all that.
So the only thing that is cool, I think we've talked offline, Tyler. Like we've seen this trailer before, so it's not our first virtual react. But nothing about the trailer excites me for this show.
Mm.
And to be fair, I've never cared for this character in the comics. I'm like, okay, cool. She's Echo. She was Daredevil. She was covering for Daredevil in a minute when he was in jail, or was it? Yeah, she ran it up. But like nothing against the actress. I thought she was awesome in Hawkeye, but
Yeah,
nothing about this show, nothing about this trailer makes me want to see the show. And the fact that they're dropping it all on the same day, which they haven't done for the other shows, they've all kind of been milking it. I'm like, you're dropping. That's not a very Disney thing to do. Disney has very much been week by week, kind of old school TV format. So the fact that they're bringing it in at all at once, I'm like, to me, doesn't show any confidence in of show me the lack of confidence Disney has on this show, if that makes sense. Oh, except for
yeah.
Kingpin. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, no, you said it. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Kingpin. Um, like he's, I think, gonna carry the show. Especially since Echo doesn't talk. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I that doesn't bug me. I mean, Daredevil's blind, so I'm like, okay, cool. Like, how do you? But still, like, I that doesn't bother me because again, I thought she was awesome, but I'm like, I don't care for this character. Like, and from what I've seen in this, I'm like, it looks like, not to be dismissive, not to be like what flippant about it, but it looks like it reminds me of The Godfather with Native Americans. Like I don't want to be dismissive, but I'm like, this is what it looked like to me. I'm like, and I've already seen that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What in the trailer, it really seems like they're going to be focusing a lot on Echo's childhood and her upbringing and her lineage. I think it's a bit of a misdirect because fans have been clamoring for Daredevil, and I mean, especially since She-Hulk, like we want Matt back. But aside from that, we want Punisher back too, and so like Kingpin is at the center of all the Hell's Kitchen characters. So, is this show even being released? Because when I heard they were going to make this show, and then when I heard some show like Blade was like scrapped and restarted, and Daredevil the same thing. When I heard those two things, I was like, are they even going to release this? So what I think they're going to do is, build the Hell's Kitchen universe more in the MCU. That's why I'm excited for this show. And the fact that Kingpin is the voice of the trailer actually made me excited for the show. Like at the end of Hawkeye, them, shooting Kingpin, like, oh, so what? We're done with Kingpin now. So I'm happy he's back, and seemingly a big part of the show because I like Vincent D'Onofrio. I think he's really good at Kingpin, and the trailer made me excited, like more excited for the show than I was before, which was not even remotely.
As much as I love D'Onofrio, no, even that I'm like, no. Like I
Wow.
honestly do. I don't think I'm gonna watch this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna watch this.
Wow.
Like one thing about this excites me. I'm about this show.
You don't give a frack. Got it.
Yep, I don't give a frack. Ain't no fracks given here for Echo.
Well, yeah, well, I'm gonna watch it because I have Disney Plus, so no sacrifice for me.
So the fact that also streaming it on Hulu too at the same time, I'm like,
weird.
That's interesting.
Very weird.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, you're cannibalizing yourself.
Well,
so I'm like, okay,
that's a whole other discussion because Disney Plus is doing horribly ratings, and Disney owns both Disney Plus and Hulu.
They have a stock in it on Hulu, but I think I read we're way off topic. We'll talk about that offline. But
no, but it is interesting. Well, final thoughts is, I hope we see Daredevil. I hope we see Punisher. I maybe we'll see Elektra and the Hand, and that would be cool. That's why I'm excited for the show, not necessarily exploring Echo as a character.
You let me know if they show up, and I'll watch it. But until then, I'm not gonna watch the show. Like
what's gonna happen? Why else would anyone watch? Never mind. That was my last.
This is how much faith we have in this show. I think that actress is great. I think she was awesome in Hawkeye. I think giving her own show, to me, it just, again, like, I know the comic book character, and that character doesn't do anything for me. I'm like, okay, cool, like whatever. Like I don't hate her. I just I don't care. I'm not gonna follow your stories. I don't want to follow your stories here. So then that's it. Like I don't care. Alrighty. Thank you, Tyler, for joining me. We'll see you same freaking time, same freaking channel. Frack off.